I love impacting people's jujitsu that way. You know what I mean? Like I want to leave as a coach, I want to leave a mark on your jujitsu career, but that is for you. That you can remember that coach, like you said, you can remember the Matt Serras from your life. You can remember, for me, my coaches, the things that they say, and they stick with you forever, and they change the way you perceive jujitsu, and sometimes even life forever. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times the philosophy will translate, and it changes you, man. And I think that that's the most powerful way of teaching. And I think I always strive to teach that way, although it doesn't really happen. But how cool is it? And I always think it's the coolest thing, man, when you can teach people jujitsu without teaching them a technique. And I think that was one of those lessons. That was one of our private sessions where I didn't actually teach you anything. Like I didn't actually go, hey, step one, you're going to go ahead and underhook the legs. Step two, you're going to go ahead and grab your hands together. Step three, you're going to stack. Like there was no steps. There was no like technical aspect to it where it was just like, let's just take all the knowledge that you already have, that you acquired over the last decade or so, training, and let's just go ahead and reevaluate how we use these tools, and let's just think about how we use them, why we use them, and I think that all I did was I took your toolbox and I was just like, what if you rearranged it in a different way, and you saw these tools like this or whatever, and then you went in and mentally rearranged your toolbox. Cool. And I try to teach like that as much as I can. I really try to change the way that people perceive jujitsu as a whole, because more often than trying to teach them just to do what I tell them, just do what I say and do it this way and memorize the steps. I try to really make them understand why. Why are we doing this? I think the why is so much more important than the how. Here's how you do it. And I think so many instructors just teach you the how, but they don't teach you the why. And so the why often sounds like a philosophical conversation. A lot of times it does. It requires stories. It requires experiences. Well, guys, this one time, I'm going to teach you guys how to do this armbar. And I know that a lot of you guys have learned it this way, but I'm going to teach it to you guys this way. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to teach you guys this way, because there was this one time where I was at this tournament and I was down by, or, I was down by points or whatever. And then you tell them the story and you go, and, I was trying to finish the guy and then he got away. And so I know a lot of you guys have been taught to do an armbar this way, but based on that experience, because that guy got away, now I do arm bars this way. And I want you guys to learn it this way because based on that experience, I know that this is far more valuable. And so, a lot of times it takes conversations like that. And I think that's a much more powerful way of teaching men,